Hello. How are we doing today? Okay? That's good. Let us continue with our focus that will take us to the ultimate future of the universe. When considering the expansion of the universal mind, every single detail is important. Each and every thought a person has during the course of their lifetime and every action they initiate has a fundamental and very real effect on the universe around us. So there is every reason to make our life a good one and learn the ways of light and spirit. As a spiritual being, we have a responsibility to get it right. As our minds expand through correct thought and action, so our hearts become wider and the passage of higher vibration energy flows from spirit realm into mortal realm in a balanced way. The increase in energy mass our realm acquires due to this passage of energy through our heart doorways actually goes to increase the expansion of our universe. The extra energy that is puzzling the scientists is flowing from spirit realm, the blessed realms. Some scientists have acknowledged that the extra energy fueling the expansion of our universe must indeed be coming from another dimension. So they are almost there. They simply fail to realize that this other dimension is the place that mystics and gurus have been talking about since the dawn of time. It reminds me of the old Zen cartoon where there are a bunch of scientists climbing up a very high mountain, and when they get to the top of the mountain, there's a yogi sitting cross-legged on the top saying, "I told you so." It always makes me laugh. As our minds expand, so does the universe. You could say, through sentient beings, the universe begins to know itself, and this knowing creates universal growth. The growth the universe experiences due to this divine process can be measured as an actual increase in acceleration and expansion. The planets and stars and dust and light fly apart from each other at supermassive and ever-increasing speeds, and this is due to us, each one of us. We are not just a part of this universal process, we are causing this universal process. And if we are actively encouraging this process by dancing with light, then we can be sure that we are working to the divine order. As we follow these conclusions through to a logical outcome, we begin to see that as solid matter in the universe gets more and more spaced out over time, the molecular structure of all things begins to shake apart and break up. The shaking apart I am referring to is more akin to an unravelling of solid matter, rather than the destructive, chaotic systems found at the beginning of the universe. As the huge amounts of energy being taken on by the cosmos at this future point in time joins with the original energy and gathers speed, we begin to see that matter itself is being witnessed as a wave rather than a particle, or more accurately, both a wave and a particle simultaneously. It might be worth pointing out that at this future time there are no sentient beings left in mortal realm. All spirit that existed, coexisted, and travelled around the wheel of becoming in karmic cycles have all ascended to the higher realms. Mortal realm still needs to exist, though, and is still the pinning force and foundation to reality and higher consciousness. The pushing forces of you and me in physicality, however, that were required in the beginning to get the energy avalanche moving, are no longer required on the lowest divine level, or mortal realm. The light work of mortals will have long come to an end, and what's left is an emerging foundation of light and a pillar of truth, the embrace of the Titan Atlas's shoulders beneath the glowing beginnings of eternity. Mythology often gives us clues to various divine truths. In the Greek mythology, there is a race of gods called Titans. The god Zeus is the highest of these gods. According to the myth, Zeus orders Atlas to hold up the heavens for eternity. It is a misconception that he shoulders the weight of the earth as depicted in the popular modern image. The accurate translation is more along the lines of Atlas being ordered to go to one of the four corners of the earth, the symbol for the earth or physicality or mortal realm being a square, and hold up the pillars that separate the earthly realm from the heavenly realm, the symbol for heaven being a circle. In the image we are familiar with, we see that he carries this circle or sphere on his shoulders, and it is a heavy burden. His instructions are to carry this weight for the whole of eternity. If we view Atlas as the sum total of every sentient being that ever lived in this realm. We get the very real sense that we ourselves help to bridge the gap between the earthly and the heavenly realms. Our effort to follow God's difficult instruction, as Atlas did, allows for the divine energy that we were originally given to flow back to the source via this mortal bridge and complete the eternal loop. Through following difficult instruction, the effort we put into pushing back actually goes to complete the loop of colossal universal energy. This is why Spirit will guide rather than dictate to us. This is why we ourselves must do the work rather than expecting or hoping that Spirit will do it all for us. It is our effort through spiritual guidance that bridges the void to heaven. In other words, we must reach up and attempt to shoulder the burden we are presented with, and we must do this willingly, even though we know the burden is heavy. This is the true nature of the self-sacrifice encountered on the spiritual path. These are some of the heavier aspects of spirituality. The need to sacrifice our own comfort sometimes in order to heal the greater whole. What I'm going to do now is meditate and ponder and focus on these ideals. You're welcome to join me. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, allow yourself to extend your consciousness across the universe and see where it takes you in accordance with divine plan.